Hey class. So the recording didn't work the first time. I'm sorry this recording is coming late for those of you who missed it. Um, we'll try to fix that in the future. This will be in 10-minute segments, so it'll upload to YouTube pretty effectively. And I can't really, the class goes differently every time, so this will be slightly different than what we did in class, but it should cover all the basic stuff. So, welcome to Advanced Computer Science Concepts. We're going to talk about what an AI is and how do I make one. This semester's class is going to focus on, there's different topics, different semesters that I offer, and this one's going to talk about what artificial intelligence is, and by the end of the semester, you will have created your own artificial intelligence. And this class is open to very, very beginning programmers, people who have never ever programmed anything at all in their lives, and people who have programmed in multiple languages. We have both in this class, and how can we do that? Well, we'll talk a little bit about why this class is available to both very, very beginning programmers and people who have coded before a little bit later, but have no fear. If you have not coded before, there is help for you. If you're getting, like you're feeling lost, you're feeling overwhelmed, especially if you're new to programming, please schedule a one-on-one pair programming session with me every year. I have tons and tons and tons of slots available for these meetings that go totally unused. So go to well, let's go to the My Haiku page. So let's go to our class page. Okay, so on our class page, there's a place for messages. And if you go to inbox, you can click on write and, help, I need to pair program, or I need to meet, any of that. And then just on recipients, make sure it's to all teachers, because Mrs. Weitzel, who's my co-teacher, she makes sure that I stay on top of the list of things that need to get done. She was bugging me to get this recording done faster. It is my fault, it is late. And then just schedule a time. I did pair programming by Skype. It's just easier that way. If you can't Skype, let me know and we'll try to set something else up. Okay, on our Haiku page, which I'm assuming you can get to since this is where I'm posting the recordings to, there's a quick links page which will have, well, right now it has lists of other people's Scratch names, so you can go find them. How to get a Scratch account or a Snap account, ID1. It'll have different quick things that you just want to, where was that thing? We'll go there. But then to find the rest of what we're doing, you need to go to this Weekly Pages tab and click this little arrow. And under there, you'll see that they're red when I've published them, so this is the rest of the semester. This was week 1 algorithms. Okay, and over here, there's so here is your homework assignment, which is write a hello world program in a language you have never used before. If you have programmed in Scratch before, do not use Scratch to hand in your hello world. Okay, I will show you how to do a new one without much fuss. We're going to talk about Ida Lovelace today in class. So here is your homework. So you can click on this blue text, and here's a description of your homework. And then on my system, it says view work, because I'm listed as a teacher, I can go in and grade the work. On your system, there should be a button with a plus mark that says hand in. That's where you want to hand in your homework. It's okay to send me a message that says, here's my homework, once or twice at the beginning until you get the hang of it, but please really make sure you click this hand in because that goes automatically into the gradebook, and otherwise things can get kind of lost. Okay, here's things which you need for your homework will be marked with FYH for your homework. So here is a list of Hello World programs that we'll talk about later in the class. Things which aren't for your homework, which are just fun, don't have that. So here's just a silly song to look at. Okay. See if there's anything else. Oh, and I'm putting in lecture outlines so that before the class begins, because some people get worried when they're in class, do I need to take notes, that sort of thing. So today's lecture, oh, there was a reading assignment. Wait, this is the reading assignment for next. Oh, this should have been posted on the other page. Oh, I don't know if anybody will have their reading done. That was my fault. Okay, so here's the lecture 2 outline. So you can look at this before the lecture, begins. This is for your homework. You'll understand it more when you look in the little packet. So if you click on our homework this week, there's a file to download that has lots more of information and things to understand. And then there's a just for fun thing over there. Okay, so that's where you'll find the lecture outlines, so you can kind of not worry about what was the point of class today. I mean, we're going to go off on a lot of tangents. We're going to talk about a lot of interesting stuff, but these points, these takeaway points will be in the lecture outlines. Okay, let's go back to our topic. Okay, I don't know what, is this the right, do I have the right slideshow up? I do not have the right slideshow up. Okay, I'm going to pause and get the right slideshow up. Okay, class, we're back. And there's a misspelling. Okay, sorry. I misspell a lot. Okay. So before we get going, more talking about in general in the class, if you are an advanced programmer, sometimes it will seem like we're talking about stuff that you've already heard about, especially if you've been in my class before, or that it just seems like we're talking about something that's so very simple. This is especially going to be true when we start out building the very first artificial intelligence that we're going to do. But when you feel like things are too simple for you, I want you to remember the story of Einstein's compass. A couple of people in the class knew the story of Einstein's compass, and that was that when he was a young boy, either his father or his uncle gave him a compass when he was laying. He was very sick at the time, and so he just kind of laid there for a couple of days looking at this wonderful compass that his father had given him. And he started to wonder about it a great deal. How could an invisible force acting at a distance, like the North Pole, be affecting, all right, this is my alarm, be affecting the movement of the compass needle? And this fascinated Einstein. Now, a lot of people would say, if you show them a compass, oh, that's a compass, I know how it works, and go on from there. But Einstein's pondering over the simple things led to his in the future, he was still pondering about these same simple things when he was wondering about how does gravitation work? How does any force act? Are there intermediary particles always required for any force? He debated quantum mechanics, saying that it was spooky action at a distance. All these types of things that came over pondering a very simple compass. So when I'm going over something that seems very simple, very building block, for example, if then else, or some other very simple construct, I want you to take some time and ponder about the simple things and try to focus, try to remember Einstein's compass and keep your focus. Also, if you think I'm reviewing something that you already knew about, and I don't have I just am not sure what happened to the slideshow I was presenting from last week when I gave this the first time. There are 3 classes, and there are parts of these 3 classes that I repeat absolutely every time. So every time you take one of my AI courses or one of my computer science courses, you will cover, for example, the concept of recursion. If you've never heard of it, that's fine, but computer scientists need to know about recursion. It will show up so much in all that you do in advanced computer science classes in college and graduate school. We're also going to look at the binary search algorithm, things like that. So even if you've never been in one of my classes, if you hear from other kids, oh, this is a review, I want you a light to go off in your head to say, major concepts that are going to show up a lot in a lot of different computer science classes are the ones she picks to review. All right, I'll see you in the next short recording.